So, you chose not to ignore it, like most people do. You chose not to apologize for it. A lot of folks that do that also. You choose to move it or figure out how to. We're talking about the No Sweat Equity Plan. Hi, I'm Mark Brown with Carrington Mortgage. I want to help you today to learn how to create home equity and increase the value significantly of a home with this energy efficiency loan combined with a 203K. So what is this new plan? What does this new program have that the old ones didn't? Would you like an overview? What's new about it? So what exactly can I, as Mark Brown, do for you, and what do you have to do? So what the heck is this new plan? Is this really a dog, or can I do something positive about it? We've all seen the foreclosure signs, the short sale signs. They're popping up all around us. A lot of these places are pretty well dented and scratched. But a 203K streamline and an energy efficiency loan allows, with a combination, the new buyer to build in those costs of the repairs, the upgrades, the energy improvements, all into one mortgage. The realtor doesn't have to apologize, and the prospective owner doesn't have to settle for a drafty, inefficient, window-rattling home that they're not proud of. With the offset of the energy efficiencies that result from reduced utility bills, those additional upgrades almost pay for themselves. So a super simplified overview, or how I learned to stop worrying, and with no sweat equity involved, really love my new home. This is truly a simplified, it's a streamlined process, how to buy and rehabilitate into one loan. At the close of escrow, the dwelling must be owner-occupied 1 to 4 units. There's no minimum repair costs involved. The buyer doesn't have to wait for the repairs to be done to move in. It can be done on day one. The buyer does not have to qualify for the additional monies borrowed. I'll explain that in a moment. The maximum repair or refurbishment involved in this streamlined process is $35,000. The appraisal is completed subject to the completed project value. That is, let's pick a number. Let's say the project's worth $200,000 plus a $35,000 refurbishment. That's completed project value of $235,000 because it truly is worth that after the project is complete. There's standard FHA underwriting guidelines involved. There's no partially built homes that are in this program, and no structural work is allowed. That is, you can't do any load-bearing walls, adding or removing them, or make an addition to the home. There's no additional time required, though, to complete this loan. All the stuff is done in the normal amount of time you'd do a loan. There's one simple closing on this one great FHA/203/energy efficiency mortgage. So what's new about it? Well, it's not new actually, but it's been really tough to do up to now because nobody else local is doing it, only Carrington Mortgage. It adds immediate value to the dwelling, and there's immediate equity due to the energy certification that's done. The value is increased if the owners ever chose to sell, and HUD and other agencies offer these new loans, incentives, tax breaks, and rebates because they're trying to merge the energy efficiencies and the alternate energy into the remodeling process at the close of escrow. The rebates are available in certain areas. There's bigger rebates in Santa Barbara County than there is in San Luis Obispo County. And the buyer does not have to qualify for the additional amount of this new program. What's included? Well, you can put insulation in the attic up at the top, the walls at the side, or under the floor if it's a raised foundation. You can change the ducting around. You can do a new energy efficient roof, change the radiant barrier, modify the ventilation. You can put energy efficient windows, doors. You put in weather sealing, new furnace, ducting, cooling if that's necessary. You can put in a new thermostat with zone controls. Add new water heating, Energy Star appliances. You can even conserve water if you want to. There's weather sealing of the building and envelope and the shell itself that could be involved. You can put in new lighting, power strips, occupant detectors, additional fixtures, or lighting features. The associated facility and the specialist costs are all rolled into the price of the loan. And there's other non-structural remodeling projects can be added as desired. For instance, some people want to remodel a bathroom or the kitchen, put new carpeting in, etc. How does it work though? Well, all paperwork is done for the new owner. And let's talk about that just for a moment. The buyer decides on a suitable home. How does he do that now? He decides on the home and he makes an application out. Escrow is opened. Now there are three things that have to be done right here. They do a test in at the escrow. They do the program applications and a HERS assessment. Work scope is prepared and agreed to by the owner or the buyer. The agreement is reached, the approvals are secured, everything is done nicely, and escrow closes. The new buyer becomes the owner and moves in. The work then is performed within 60 days. A test out is completed by the HERS rater up here. The documentation is done, the payment's made, and the certificate is issued. An FHA, as I said earlier, recognizes the energy cost savings for the loan qualification. The owner retains the ability to select the type of work desired, and the bank gets a better value for the money they loan out. The owner obtains a customized home, something he can be happy, satisfied with. But Mark, what do I do now? Well, we've shown you how to tame that puppy, so you can do this. You can try to convince yourself or your buyers that you have the doggy, nice little doggy above, when you really know what he looks like, that snarling thing, without this program in place. So, you can call Mark right away to set up an appointment, or you can use return email to get our package. That's additional information that explains the details of the program and what it can do for you. mark.brown@carringtonms.com. Seriously, you're still wondering what to do? Call him or click on Mark's email address below to get the additional details. mark.brown@carringtonms.com.